One of the most difficult leadership situations is not open disagreement, it is silence. No arguments, no visible resistance. Yet, somehow progress slows down. People agree in meetings, they nod, they say yes, and then nothing really moves. Execution slips, ownership feels weak. Many leaders quietly experience this and wonder, why is nothing moving when everyone seems to agree? A few years ago, I worked with a senior leader who was deeply frustrated. His team agreed with almost every decision. Meetings looked smooth. There were no conflicts. Yet, projects kept slowing down. One day during a coaching conversation, he paused and said something that stayed with me. He said, I feel like I'm leading people who have already disengaged. Yet, no one is saying anything. That sentence captured the reality, what I call the silent resistance. Silent resistors are not disruptive. They don't challenge authority openly. On the surface, they comply, but internally, they have stepped back. And very often, this does not come from stubbornness, it comes from emotions. People withdraw when they feel unheard. They stay quiet when disagreement feels unsafe. And sometimes they say yes simply because they are unsure what will happen if they say no. Over time, silence becomes a coping mechanism. The mind chooses safety over honesty. One thing leaders slowly discover is that silence itself carries information. A quiet team may be holding unspoken concerns. A withdrawn individual may be processing disagreement. So the leader's role is not to rush to fill the silence. The leader's role is to listen beneath it. Another thing silent resistors do is observe the leaders very carefully. They notice how you respond when someone disagrees. They notice how you react to mistakes. They notice how comfortable you are with emotional discomfort. If leadership energy feels rushed or impatient, silence grows. But when leadership feels calm and steady, people slowly begin to speak again. Expression returns when psychological safety returns. Where what I also see is that many leaders try to solve silent resistance by pushing harder, more reminders, more urgency, more follow ups. But pressure rarely dissolves silence, but clarity does. When leaders slowly conversation and gently name what they observe, and invite honest dialogue, engagement begins to return. Silent resistance is rarely disloyalty. It is often unexpressed emotion waiting for safety. Leaders who can sit with silence, listen beneath it, and respond with calm clarity create deeper trust in the team. Your presence teaches people whether it is safe to engage. When leadership feels steady, people speak. When communication becomes clear, people commit. And slowly, what once felt like silent resistance begins to dissolve. If you are strengthening your leadership presence or preparing for a greater responsibility, coaching conversations can create valuable space for reflection. If you would like to explore that, the link for a chemistry conversation is shared in the